What's up, everybody in Ferris State University? My name is Kevin Long, and this is the final episode of Rockin' the Rapids. I'm here with three gentlemen today, three local musicians. Actually, I'm not sure if they're all local. I believe Rick Chyme is not. But this show is about local Big Rapids musicians. I am the current president of Music Industry Management Association, which promotes and puts on musical activities around campus. I am a junior here at Ferris State University, and obviously my major is Music Industry Management. But enough about me. I got three great gentlemen here. I have Rick Chyme. How's it going?
Pretty good. How you doing, sir?
And I have Jared Record.
Yo.
Of Serrated Dream. I have Brian Sable
Yo,
of Cost
Kevin.
of Desire. So, gentlemen, how about you tell me a little bit about your acts, what you do, what you're about, what you're like. So I'll start with you, Rick. Go ahead. Tell us a little bit about yourself and your music.
Well, I'm from Grand Rapids, Michigan. I do hip-hop with a live funk band behind me. So it's kind of, I don't know, not the typical two turntables and a DJ.
Right. So your band, they play with you all the time, or do you do just stuff as Rick Chyme and then?
I do both. Like if you saw me at an open mic or something, it may be just the beats, or I got a guy that I beatboxes that sometimes comes with me, John B. But more and more, it's been with the band.
Right on. Right on. Very cool.
Yep.
And I believe we all have audio clips of you guys, so we'll get ready for those. Jared, we'll move on to you. Who are you with, and what do you do?
I'm with Serrated Dream. We're a rock band. We go to most of us go to school here at Ferris State University, and I'm from Grand Rapids. Well, Rockford, technically, just north of Grand Rapids, and I sing and look pretty. That's what I do.
Looking pretty. Nice.
Looking pretty.
Awesome.
Pretty.
Thanks, Jared. Brian, you're from Cost of Desire, is that correct?
That is correct.
How about you tell us a little bit about your band and yourself?
Cost of Desire. We pretty much are over on the other side of the state, four-piece. I'm the only one that goes to Ferris. We got two guitarists, bass guitarist, and a drummer. The rhythm guitarist is lead singer, Austin Barosio, and yeah, we have a good time playing.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
Awesome. Cool. Well, I'll come back to you, Rick. And first I want to start off okay, obviously these two guys are rock artists. What are your musical influences? We'll start with you, and then we'll probably go into our audio clip of you.
I don't know. I have influences everything from like the typical like Biggie, but also like The Doors, Dylan.
Right.
Third Eye Blind, oddly enough, is one of my
Right on.
a big influence. I know it sounds odd. The Lost Boys, but really just anybody who's, you can tell the lyrics are coming from their gut somehow, is something that it doesn't matter what genre it is, to be able to find a way to relate and apply it, I think. I don't know.
Would you say your music has like a positive message, or does it just
Has
have
a
just
real, like,
truth message?
You can have the worst message in the world, just
Right.
like you can have the worst day in the world, or or a positive thing. You know what I mean? It just depends on. I don't know, if you make writing a habit, you're going to write when you're happy, you're going to write when you're down, so
Right on. Gotcha.
everything will come out.
Okay, well, I'll let you set this up, but this is just Rick Chyme then, and then the song today is Her.
Yeah, this is a song off of my album, The Autobiography of the Unknown. I'd say this is one of the more positive.
This is one of the more
side, yeah.
positive ones.
Produced by Nixon.
Produced by Nixon. Okay, well, here's Rick Chyme and his song Her, and we'll take a listen to that right now.
Your evidence a higher power exists. Heaven sent, you're an angel, more than like you. This is something different right this instant, feel like never before. Total happiness, I'm rapping, but can tell this is more. Now together on a mission towards whatever will win. Perfect match, now we're attached, feels like we always have been. Ignore the hate, they're always watching, judging us as their sin. This is us, help from above, will guide us right until then. Before I mocked it, now I check our horoscopes every day. Feels so good to be sarcastic and to know what I say. Will be answered with rebuttals equal to or above. Though I'm hesitant to say, I think that this might be a loner club at the anchor in a movie or car. Feel at home if you're there with me, so just know that you are constantly there at the forefront when I've got work to do. Musically and personally, more focused when I'm around you. Your advice that is straightforward, and I thank you for that. When life gives us gifts, we need to acknowledge them as that. Daily you read periodicals, I start to do that. Got me thinking about a family, this thing just attacked.
And we're back. That was awesome. So, can you tell me a little bit about the song? Like, who is it about? Maybe you don't want to.
Song's about her.
Right?
Yeah.
Is-
So everybody's got a her, you know?
Right?
And it's that one that when you do not expect it, when you think there's no way that it's time or you're ready to have her come in, she just comes in and bam, and you're like, what do I do? You wake up and you're like, I have to go to work, but I don't really want to go to work. I have to pay this bill, but I'd rather buy like her favorite DVD.
Right.
Something, her.
Right.
Yeah.
The main focus is her. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Do you have a her right now?
She exists.
Okay. Right on.
Yeah,
right
I don't
on.
know.
Very cool. So when you come up with music like this, do you come up with your own beats, or do you just like start up with lyrics and?
Sometimes it's the beat first. Sometimes it's the lyrics first. Those lyrics, I work at a bar, the Anchor Bar. It's like a hole-in-the-wall bar in Grand Rapids.
Right.
And I wrote those lyrics when I was sitting at the door taking IDs. And then the beat just came. Nixon, a guy that I work with a lot, he just had a bunch of beats that he did, and it snapped like that. And then the chorus came after I had the beat.
Is he part of the Southpaw Players, or is he
No,
just a producer?
He's part of a group called Poor Sports, and he's a Grand Rapids producer. He has no political affiliation.
Right on.
So I don't know.
Okay, very cool.
Read into his name at all.
Very cool. All right,
Stand-up
Jared,
guy.
I'll move on to you. I believe the song today, can you tell us a little bit about it that we're going to hear from Serrated Dream?
It's My Own Way Down, right?
Yeah.
Can't really sure which one it is. My Own Way Down. It's a song about just finding your own way. Like, people try to do whatever makes people happy, like whatever makes their parents happy. A lot of people go to school to do something that would make their parents happy. It's like you got to find your own way. You got to choose what you have to do for yourself to be happy, and that's what it is. You got to find my own way down.
Right on, right on. Okay, well, I think we have that song up and ready. It's My Own Way Down by Serrated Dream, so open your ears and have a listen, folks.
Everyone's looking for an answer to questions that never end. To be the important ones for them to fight. But my own way is the only thing I have, and I will find someone. Till then I need to help myself. I just need to find.
All right, and that was Serrated Dream with My Own Way Down, and I'm not going to pull the listeners along too much further without them knowing I'm actually in Jared's group, just so you guys know, so we can get rid of that awkwardness. I'm his guitar player, and I help him write the music, but
My guitar player.
we'll get back to that later. Yeah, Jared's guitar player. Anyway, well, thank you, Jared, for bringing that clip on. I'm going to come back to you. We're going to move on to Brian Zabel, A Cost of Desire. Do you know what song that you brought with us today?
Yes, the song is alive.
Yeah?
It is.
Can you tell us what it's about a little bit?
Well, I didn't write the lyrics for it. Kind of did the guitar, but what I believe Austin wrote about it was just something about he's coming out, he's feeling alive, not coming out of the closet gay, but just feels good about himself. I believe he was dating a girl there for a while, and I believe he just got done with her, and he just felt a lot better after she was gone.
Right.
So it's just something about having some pump to you.
Okay, gotcha.
That's what I get from it.
Right on. Are there any future plans for you guys? Any shows coming up for you guys?
Future shows. Right now, December 19th, we have Emerald Theater, which is in Mount Clemens, Michigan. We played our first show there last December. About a month after, that was like our first big show. It's a month after Alice in Chains played there, so we were all pumped to play there. First big show. Then so far right now we have Clutch Cargoes in Pontiac, some type of music festival. The winner of it gets 16 hours of recording time, but I don't know how that works with all the judging and stuff.
Right on.
But besides that, yeah, we're just we just got some new recording stuff, and we're looking to do some recording over Christmas break, and yeah.
Awesome. Okay, well, I believe we have that clip of Alive ready, so make sure you guys have a good listen.
Broken seed make me bleed. Feel my hurt on your heart. You don't know where we go. Will my soul make you whole? It came for me, anger took me, rolled on my sleeve. Here we go. You don't know what you've been told when my soul makes you whole. You like it, won't deny it. You won't fight it. Hear me say I can feel you. Look at what you make me do. I like it when you cry.
Rockin', well, thanks for bringing that clip on here, Brian. Actually, I'm going to start with you this time. How about you tell us a little bit about your musical influences? Maybe you can tell us about maybe some of your other band members' musical influences.
Musical influences, mainly, I guess we kind of have like when we started off, we had an early 90s type feel, kind of Stone Temple Pilots, Alice in Chains, Pearl Jam and stuff. That was mainly, like, Mike Sandula, our drummer, was mainly more Pearl Jam, so he's into them a lot. And then Austin, more the Alice in Chains guy, and with the touch of Metallica in there. And then Drew was kind of the same. I was kind of always into, like, kind of earlier 70s type stuff, but I really like the 90s type feel too, like Led Zeppelin and stuff. Traffic's a big one for me. But yeah, that's mainly about our influences. You know.
Right on. Right on. Awesome. Jared, how about you? Influences for you?
Boys to Men. Yeah, Boys to Men. No, just Boys to Men.
Just Boys to Men.
No, I mean, I have anything. I mean, I listen to just about anything, anywhere from country to classical music. I played the trumpet all the way through high school and everything like that, so anything pretty much. Tool, as far as rock bands go, Tool is a huge one for me. But yeah, Boys to Men.
Awesome. Awesome. And Rick, I believe we already touched this, but if you want to reiterate, who would be like your top 3 musical influences, would you say? And is it different for you as a solo guy as it is to when you go with that band and play with the Southpaw Players? Are your influences different when you write there?
No, but I'm influenced by them, and they've listened to things that I don't even know. Like we'll get in the car on the way to a show, and I'm hearing an album that I never would have heard. I mean, who knows? But odds are I never would have been exposed to. So it's opening my mind up to how I listen to music and how just the difference between like a program beat and something's breathing. Like when there's a guitarist his energy that day determines how that song comes, as the drummers does, as the keyboardist. So I would say at this point I'm more influenced by the members of my band than I am by anything else, because this is the first band that I've been in, you know. I was writing raps before that. So this is like my new influence. It's pretty weird to be inside of your influence though.
Right on. Right on. That's very cool. Very cool. So why do you like to play music? Is it your vent? Is it just your creative space?
Yeah, it started out before I was writing with no intention, or I didn't even have a thought of stepping on a stage or putting out an album. It was strictly some type of release. And then I moved to New York and worked at a record label at Def Jam. And then I saw like the business side of it and saw that if I was going to be a part of it, I wanted to be on the creative side. You know, and I had an idea that I could handle the business part of it.
What did you see that you didn't like on the business side?
Just like, if a great album doesn't sell the first week, then the whole building shuts down on it and is like, okay, let's move to this next thing. In hip-hop a lot. A rock album can come out and maybe be #1 after 6 months. You know, they have slower builds because they're more touring acts. But you just watch like, okay, let's get this single and let's sell this ringtone, and then if it doesn't sell, then we got to move on to the next thing or sign someone else.
Right on.
And that's not how it should be, because, I don't know, the label, I mean, they're trying to get money, but they need to be a vehicle for that artist to reach their potential. And I don't know many artists that do that the first time out, you know.
Gotcha. So are you distributing and putting out your music yourself, or do you have an indie label? Because indie labels are a little bit cooler than maybe.
Well, yeah, no, I don't. I mean, right now it's myself, and
right.
I wouldn't be opposed to any situation, but it's just like finding somebody that is, while they're still trying to fulfill their business goals and get money, which everyone is, really actually cares about what is being coming out of that studio, not for a product's purpose, but the reason that it's being created, which is pretty difficult to find.
Awesome. Cool. All right. Jared, I'll move on to you. Why do you like to play music?
I guess for me, like I've always had a desire to be in front of people. I was always an athlete, so I was always performing in front of people. Ever since I was 4, I joined the swim team, and just have never had a problem performing in front of people. I couldn't get up and speak in front of 1,000 people, but I can get up and play a set. You know, I can sing in front of everyone because it's just what I do. You know, and like I just enjoy it because, I mean, to me, there's no greater rush than just getting up and playing, especially like playing in front of a bigger show where the crowd's totally into it and screaming, loving you. Little girls wanting you. What? That's creepy.
That is creepy. Very creepy.
Well,
No, that's
I
bad.
mean, 18-year-olds.
Right. Okay. So do you do it for the ladies?
No, definitely don't do it for the ladies. Surprisingly enough, even a guy who looks like me can get girls if you're in a band. Even if you're the worst band in the entire world, there's like some reason they love it. I don't know what it is. But sure. why
Right
not?
on. Do you have any pre-game rituals, like before you go on stage? Anything you do?
I like to take a shot, just one shot. I don't really drink at shows especially before, but I just like to take like one shot before, just for no reason. Doesn't really take the edge off for me because I don't get nervous, so it doesn't really take the edge off for me, you know. But other than that, I guess the biggest like ritual thing I need to have at least like 10-15 minutes away from friends and the crowd and everybody, and just kind of chill out to myself, you know. Like even it doesn't matter if I'm with my bandmates or anything like that. I just need to be away from everybody else and away from the bull crap and just get my mind in that frame, you know, ready to rock.
Right on. How about you other guys? Do you guys have pre-game rituals? Ryan, do you have one?
Kind of something similar, I guess. We all just kind of get around and have a couple shots of mean.
Right on.
Is that
Rick?
appropriate?
Yeah, that's fine. Rick, what about you?
I don't rap and drink because bad things happen when I've done that in the past.
Right.
But yeah, oddly, like what you said about getting away from the mass hysteria, even if it's not that many people, just like being able to get away, sit there, visualize like some things that you know you got to take care of while you're out there, and then I don't know, just preparing your mind to go out and make sure that the people didn't come here for something stupid.
Gotcha. And so, why do you like to play music, Brian? What's in it for you?
Well, it's a lot of fun. I mean, first starting off, it took me a while to get used to being on stage. Just wasn't comfortable with it. After like a year or so, maybe less than that, I finally got comfortable playing on stage. But I guess most of my inspiration for playing is just kind of my dad. He's always done it. He's still doing it, jamming with his buddies. But he's been doing it since he was 12, playing in bands down in Detroit. And I don't know, he tried teaching me to play guitar when I was 7, but I wasn't that interested in it yet. But by the time I was 14 is really when I started picking up. And I don't know, just something about it, something to do and get your mind off stuff, and it's just fun.
Right. So you would say he's the one who's responsible for getting you into music then?
Yeah.
Definitely. That's awesome. What about you guys? Who's responsible for getting you guys into music? Jared, I'll start with you. Was it a music teacher? Was it a part of your family? Was it just yourself? It could be anybody.
I think it was mostly just that, you know, I always liked music. I used to love just riding in the car and singing along to songs, even though my mom can sing a note to save her life. But I'm going to show her this later. But it was I just always enjoyed that. And then, you know, the band thing throughout school and everything, just kind of, I don't know, just grew to love it.
Awesome. Rick, how about you? Who's responsible for getting you into music?
I don't know. Situations
Right.
that led me to write. And probably being in team sports and like being in something competitive. Hip hop is oddly competitive. Like not like beef, like I'm gonna come and get you, but like, you know, you want to be better than the next, you know, you want to perfect your craft.
Right.
And then, you know, since like the band is like being back on a team, you know, applying the same concepts that you learned, you know, throughout the season in a sport.
Right.
To like this parallel. It's very parallel. And I don't know, maybe sports probably what drove me to it.
So do you enter a lot of rap battles, or you just play shows? I mean, have you been
In college I did some, but
didn't like them?
I didn't dislike it. It's just
Right.
like, I don't know, it's kind of it's unfulfilling. Like after I murder you lyrically, like how are we gonna do a song together? Like so there's just something better about trying to bring people together than dismantle them.
Okay.
Not that I can't dismantle them. Like
Right.
I will dismantle them, but just
That's the right type of attitude you gotta have sometimes. Right on, right on.
Yeah.
All right, for the guys that are in bands, what's it like? Tell the people what it's like being in the bands. There's conflict. Who stinks? I mean, how do you deal with these problems? Brian, I'll start with you.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much it is like, I guess, a relationship, if you look at it that way, but I don't want to say it like that, but there comes times where you're mad at each other, you know, stupid stuff. He wants to go party when you guys want to work. I mean, we just had something like that, and we had to get it resolved and just get everything set on track. I mean, we don't want to play with anybody else. We like who we have in the band. We wouldn't be who we are if there was anybody different. But yeah, it gets rough from time to time. Even if you go and play places, it takes a while to gain respect. I remember last February we played at Harpo's. We had a chance to open up for Papa Roach. We only got to play a 20-minute set, and the sound guys are rushing you, and they don't care. They don't care how you sound. They're just we didn't even have any outlets to plug into, and just it takes a while to get some respect from people, and we're still not even there. So, but some places, if you play smaller or just kind of places where you can get a lot of people that like your music in there, you start to get more respect. But
Right on.
that's kind of what it's like.
Cool. Very cool. Jared, what's it like being in a band for you? You've been in a couple bands, so what are your different experiences?
Well, you mentioned like who stinks. Does it always seem like the drummer is the stinky one?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
That's the way it is for me. I don't know. It's smelly. I get back there swinging away at sticks and hitting stuff, and I don't know what it is. For me, I'd say like every band, like if you're in different bands, like every band is definitely different because every person brings a different dynamic to it. And sometimes you get somebody that's kind of really anal about everything, and sometimes you get somebody that's not anal enough about stuff. Sometimes you get, you know, somebody that gets really irritated like really fast and really easily, and it's just, you know, so it's like it's hard to deal with. Like you just gotta know each other, and it's part of like being in a band, like playing shows, practicing, you know, like you learn that stuff about each other. And it's like for me, you know, if it's personal issues that break up a band, they're just a bunch of crybabies to me, because it's like you've known each other for how long now, and it's like you can't resolve your differences like adults, and that drives me nuts. But like for me, it's just, I mean, yeah, it's work. It is kind of like a relationship, sadly enough. But you know, it's like, I don't know. But either way, it's like you got to weigh whether it's the benefits, the positives of it, loving to play music, playing, you know, people enjoying your music, telling you how good you did and everything like that. Like those are the positive things, and if the positive things outweigh the negatives, then do it. That's what you want to do anyways.
Gotcha. So what's your future goals with Serrated Dreams then? Planned out right now, or you just kind of?
I want to kick everybody out and just be me, just me. I'm gonna do the whole like kick drum thing and like play the one-man band thing. No, I mean it's hard to say because like I mean of course like anyone that really loves to play it like is in a band or any kind of music, you know, like that really loves to do it. You want to be successful. I mean it's a lifestyle. It's not just not a hobby. If you want to do it as a hobby, make a cover band. I mean, you can make some decent cash. There are people that pay their way through college for being a cover band, but I mean, if you love to play and like, then you aspire to be able to do that for a living, you know. And it's not easy. There's so many amazing bands out there that don't get the credit that they deserve, just because maybe they're not marketable at that time or whatever. You know, they missed their chance, like missed their genre. It's just like it sucks, but it's a gamble you take just because, you know, it's something you love.
So you take it very seriously then?
I try to. I mean, you can't take it too seriously, otherwise you're going to drive yourself insane.
Right.
You know,
right.
Go mad and kill yourself.
And then you won't like the thing that you love to do.
You kill yourself and you're famous instantly. That's the way it works. Someone dies and you're instantly shot to fate. That's the way it works.
Right on. So, okay, if you guys had the chance to, I won't say get famous, but have success with your music and just live that way, like music was your life, would you do it? It's your career. Would you be happy?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, if the situation's right, you're not a slave to a corporation.
Right.
I think that why would you not? The goal should be to have a job that you want to go to.
Right.
That you love. You see a million people that hate their job and they go and drink after work or something or do other things to try to forget about what they do all day. If you could do something you love for your job and not be in the trade-out be equal, then I don't know why you wouldn't.
Jared, do you have anything to add to that? Hell yeah.
I don't know, kind of like what I said before. It was just something I love to do, so why wouldn't I do it if I could make the money to live off of? Hell yeah.
Right on. Ryan, how about you?
What was the question? You could do it for a living.
If you could do it for a living, would you be happy? Would you do it?
Well, personally, I don't know if I'd be happy because I'm not there, but I mean, I love doing it. I mean, you look at the media and stuff and what happens to people. I guess you just have to go into having the right state of mind, you know. Just be ready for whatever comes, you know.
Right on.
It's like another job, I guess, but you don't want to try to make it too much of a job. You want to have fun.
Cool. So. All right. Well, if people are interested in you or would like to hear more stuff from you guys, I'll start with you, Brian. How can they check you out? Like, do you have a MySpace? Do you have a website? Real quick.
Yep. We have a MySpace, www.myspace.com, and Cost of Desire. Yeah, just check us out on there. We should be having some new recordings by December. We've been working on. We just had the Record Lab and Fitzgerald show at the Gate, and we were trying to get permission to record that song. So that should hopefully be on there if we can get permission to record that. So be able to look out for that. And
okay.
Yeah, that's where
awesome.
you can find us.
Jared, real quick.
Yeah, MySpace. Serrated Dream. Not Serrated Dreams. No
it's
S.
without the S.
Without the S.
Awesome.
Everybody seems to do that.
Rick, how about you? Real quick.
Same place, myspace.com/RICKCHYME. It's spelled like half digested food.
Okay, awesome. Well, that's it for time, folks. So thanks for coming and watching the final installment of Rockin' the Rapids. Gentlemen, give me a pound, give me some love. It was nice having you here. So take it easy. I'll see you later.